I need to run over and get some bug spray immediately, because if I hold still for a second, these mosquitoes are just viciously attacking me.
So I'm here at TOKETEE Falls. I don't know if it's TOKETEE or TOKETEE, but one of the two. You can see behind me here. Very beautiful basalt lined waterfall. Just knocked out a long exposure hyperlapse using some of the rocks here as the foreground, and then obviously the waterfall as the focal element. Did a drone flight. We'll see what came out there because it's a little bit tight. From here I'm headed straight over to Crater Lake. I'm gonna do a quick scouting for my shooting location and then shoot sunset and astro there.
I'm here at Crater Lake. You can see the majesticness behind me. It's quite huge. It's hard to see. It's hard to tell the scale unless you're here in person. Unfortunately, the road around to the edge that I was trying to get to is closed off. So I'm gonna have to hike over there. Still about an hour and a half till sunset, so should be enough time. So I set up down here, got one time lapse doing a rotating time lapse of this whole area, because the sun is about to lower and the light's gonna stop hitting this little famous island over here. I need to run over and get some bug spray immediately, because if I hold still for a second, these mosquitoes are just viciously attacking me. I didn't realize how bad it was just as soon as you get close to these trees over here. So I brought my camping gear out here, just a sleeping bag really, and hiked up to as far as I could to get to a point where I was across from the Milky Way at Crater Lake. Took a 2-hour nap, woke up, and there was a few clouds in the sky, so I started the time lapse anyways and just got that going. Clouds cleared up, got some awesome shots. There's a little bit of light pollution in the distance, but really nothing you can do about that.
I'm here at TUMALO Falls, a couple hours drive from where I was previously. There's a viewing deck at the top of the waterfall. Not really a big fan of top-down shots from waterfalls unless it's a drone or something. So I found this little trail that leads along the river. Leads actually right up to the waterfall, but I tried to take a shot up there and I was just way too close and the camera got fully sprayed. So I came down a little bit and there was a little outcropping of rocks here that faced the waterfall, and I was able to cover up the lens, get the shot, wipe it down, check it, and do a focus stacking for the foreground and the background. I've arrived here at Painted Hills at the John Day State Park. You can see the hills behind me. They're not as colorful as I would have imagined, but I'm gonna have to make them pop in post. Also troubling is finding a composition here because there's nothing that really stands out. I mean, it just looks like a series of mounds with little rainbow orange and yellow colors on them. So I decided after a little bit of messing around to pick this one in the middle, make that sort of the focal point, and there's a little bit of a leading line that goes up to it. So I'm just keeping the same composition, photographing it over the time as the sun goes down, which it'll be below the horizon in about 20 minutes. And at that point, I'm hoping the sky lights up and the colors will sort of match the colors that are down here on the ground. And then I'm gonna composite that in Photoshop and make a more interesting image. From here, I'm making the 6-hour drive up north to Seattle, to the airport, return the car and all that good stuff. But on the way there, I'm gonna try to make a stop at Columbia Hills Park. There's some classic shots there with the abandoned cars, and I should be arriving in time for Milky Way. So if I can make that, I'll document that, throw that in the vlog. Epic trip out here in the Pacific Northwest, such a variety of landscapes from the waterfalls to the beaches, the rock formations, the deserty kind of stuff that I got just now, and the forest and all that. From out here in the Pacific Northwest, I'll see you in the next one.